When the bills coming early and your girl is the latest, and she's saying that she's down, but the crib always vacant, and you do $1 worth, but it's pennies that you making, and you trying to be the greatest. You gotta get creative when you're from the side of town where the kids hardly make it, and you try to ease your mind, but the pigs always hating, and your freedom's on the line, and the years that you facing, and you trying to be the greatest.
Alright, what's up? This is episode 7. Episode 7. What's the Remedy Podcast? It's your boy Dr. J.
Mr. Wash.
Ashley Ray.
Hey, Ashley Ray.
Ashley Ray.
Alright, so how was everybody weekend, man?
Awesome.
Same as usual. You know what I'm saying? We working, we getting this money. We getting this money. We getting this dough. We getting this mug. You know what I'm saying? What's the remedy? We blowing up.
We don't dance no more. We make money moves. Okay. Okay. No,
all right.
I wasn't.
We broke his shit.
I was like, all right.
Ain't nobody making no money. Treading water in
Man, I spent so much money.
I'm trying not to drown right now.
For real.
I had a good time. What did you do this weekend?
Man, what I do this weekend? It's the weekend. I don't know. What did I do this weekend?
I had a woosah moment.
You know what?
Yeah.
I went to the biker rally. You
did?
Galveston.
I seen that too.
How was it?
It was alright.
I seen pictures. I was like, oh.
It's loud. Like I can't. I don't like crowds. No, I just went just because my gal from Galveston, so we were in that area. So
G-Town.
Yeah, Galveston County, stand up.
Yeah.
But yeah, I was at the biker rally, and that was about it. Oh, and I went to a watch party for Stranger Things too. I've actually watched the whole...
You liked it? I seen little kids on there. I was like, y'all got me messed up. I ain't about to watch this, but everybody said it's good.
Legit. That's a
Is
legit
it scary?
show.
Yes, I have a Stranger Things weekend planned because I want to catch up on the first season and watch the second one.
We know you gonna watch it. You look like you like Stranger Things.
That's all.
Boy, you look weird. You know what I'm saying? Don't be hating on me because I'm having a Stranger Things weekend, enjoying my goddamn self.
Stranger Things weekend. Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? Enjoying my goddamn self.
You about to Netflix and chill somebody anyway.
No, but like,
yes, you know what I'm saying, and enjoy myself.
But like for real, Stranger Things is a good show. Like I mean, if you don't like,
you know who you are.
Well.
Oh man. But yeah, I mean, if you don't like sci-fi stuff, then you probably wouldn't like it. But I mean, it's cool. It's got a good little plot line to it, good character development and everything. I like the way they tied shit together in the second season.
Well, my show came back on.
What show?
Shameless. I'm ready.
I have not watched it yet, man.
I've watched bits and pieces, but they're so messed up.
You know, I like it. I don't give a shit.
That's what I'm just saying. I'm like, I just so much to follow.
I love it.
I watched like part of the first season ever, and then I haven't watched it since.
Frank is such a messed up dad.
Yeah, I'm like, where's this little black boy come from?
Oh my god, he's so cute.
What? This was random little black baby.
He's their brother though.
Yeah, I'm like,
was they a foster family?
No,
they just like they really just on drug game and
it's white folks. So I be like, what?
Daddy on drug games.
Yeah, they know how to survive.
One of them gay.
It's everybody up in the teenage pregnancy.
Yeah, it's lots of
everything.
A lot of moving parts.
I mean, I keep saying I'm gonna watch it because everybody keeps talking about it, but I ain't never just brought myself to do it.
They got a new show too called Smith.
Yes. Who?
Smith. Like instead of MILF, single mother, right?
I like to fuck.
Yeah, I like to fuck.
But what's name is actually a crazy kind of show. The Girlfriend Experience. It's coming back.
Oh yeah, I did watch that. She was a prostitute. Yeah. No, she was a call girl. Yeah. But making that cash. But she was weird. Yeah,
that whole show is kind of weird.
I'm glad it's coming back.
It's one show that I want. It's one show that I want to get back into. Well, I want to finish. I think it stopped. The Affair.
Oh, you talking about that?
That shit.
I can't get into
it. It's on Showtime. That shit. It showed everybody different point of views.
Only show that matters on all of television right now is This Is Us.
Okay, I haven't got into that.
I still haven't gotten into that because everybody was like, "Man, you'll cry, you'll be excited, and you
shed emotions, tears watching that thing." Hardest niggas you know will cry on that. I swear,
you cry on everything.
Everybody like, it's so good, it's so good. I'm like,
is it on Netflix?
I think no. I want to say the first season might be.
On demand?
Yeah, it's on demand though. It comes on NBC.
How many seasons Are they
like 2.
This is the second season right now.
Okay, maybe I should try.
Yeah, no, but make sure you like the hashtag on Twitter when you put the "This Is Us" hashtag. Like it would come with a box of Kleenex next to it because that's all everybody does is cry.
I don't watch nothing on crowd.
I mean, but it's real. Like it's a real dramatic series. You know what I'm saying? So you get kind of attached to the characters. So when stuff starts happening,
how I feel about Shameless.
I don't know what Shameless. I don't know anything about Shameless.
I'm not from the hood, but I feel they pain though. I be like, I'm there with you, girl. F them up.
Yeah, they got too many
pains. Anyway, what else you did? Biker
Rally and Stranger Things. That's it. What'd you do? You had a date?
Oh, I hit that parade, y'all.
Oh,
sure did.
Oh, hell no.
Them Astros had me out there sweating and everything.
Man, see, I heard. Okay, so this one lady I think I work with was saying that like they went to the parade. And like they rode out to the parade, like they thought they'd be good hopping on the train and NRG.
Yeah, it was bad.
They rode the train. She said it took them forever. It took them like 2 hours to get onto the train.
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
they rode the train. The train took an hour to get downtown because it stopped at every stop and they couldn't let nobody on because the train was full the whole way.
Right.
And then so she said when she got there, it was like 1 million people standing outside waiting on the train to get on. And she was like, "Fuck it." And she stayed on the train with her kids. And so she's like, pretty much all we had was a train ride.
I Ubered. Like, I parked at my homeboy house and Ubered kind of close.
What's his name? He almost passed out. Chris.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah, he was like,
it was hot down there.
He said, I didn't know how far and how many people was going to be. And I wasn't prepared for it. And he said, man, I had no water. I was just dehydrated. He said,
I came prepared.
So. No, my LB, because my LB was talking about going out there, and you know, we had the day off because
school's out.
Yeah, school's out or whatever. So
you in HISD?
Like,
Y'all don't believe in education. Y'all said, "Oh,
whatever." So
I tried to use that. I got a child.
Anywho, but like he was talking about heading out there, so I hit him in the morning because I was like, man, I heard people already lining up or whatever. What time you heading out there? He's like, oh man, I thought I was about to roll out there about 1:30 or so. I was like, my nigga, like people were lined up since like almost last night.
It was about like 8. It was packed at 8.
Was packed. I tried to park over there. That ain't work. Cause I kind of parked in Fifth Ward, kind of.
Yeah.
Took an Uber.
But I heard Uber was taxing too, though.
They ain't. I paid $8, so no.
You paid $8?
You got off.
Yeah.
You got over on people.
I was gonna say because I heard somebody, and this may have been a rumor, but I saw somebody posted it was like somebody had $100 Uber ride.
What it was coming from?
Because it was premium pricing. Because they kind of event whatever, and all the rates went up.
Yeah, on the way back, I had to catch a ride. Well, on the way back, we went to Cruise. You know, had to get the happy hour, 75-cent shots. So I was going to celebrate. We did it over there.
You drank them 75-cent drinks at Cruise, like the Wells?
I sure did drink that 75-cent shots.
I mean, I can't deny I do sometimes because it's cheap.
That was, but they don't have everything. Ain't well. Nah, I did take them shots.
They're not watered down. They just Wells. They're the cheapest of the cheap liquors that you can.
We come from Taco Vodka. We good.
You better let them know.
Man, I'm a long way removed from Taco Vodka.
We bottom shelf.
He bougie.
Hey, you call me what you want.
Man,
he don't dance no more. He make money.
Pink monkey, 50-cent Wells. $5. I'm
don't
told
be talking about the monkey.
Man, no, I'm not. I mean, you call me bougie if you want to, but I ain't spending. I mean, I ain't finna drink a whole bunch of Wells. I will drink a few. Like I come in there and I have a few of them 75-cent drinks because that's a good ass.
But they ain't have 75-cent drink. That was just shots for 75 cents.
Well, I mean, if you do the well, if you get a drink with well, then it's still 75 cents.
Really?
Yeah. Mm-mm. Like you can do like a bourbon and Coke and it's gonna be 75 cents.
That's what she was talking about. I don't do bourbon.
What you taking shots on?
I took shots of tequila.
Oh, see? And that cheap tequila really gonna fuck you up.
What? I start seeing stars.
Yeah.
Ooh, you was ready.
Real stars. I seen the Amigos in the, not stars in the sky. I seen the Amigos, I promise.
The Amigos or Amigos? Did you see Juan and Hector, or you seen Offset and Quavo?
I seen Offset, Quavo, and what's that one that say he was in Bad and Bougie?
Takeoff.
What's his name?
Yeah, Takeoff.
I seen him. Other than that,
you saw him for real?
No.
Oh.
They look like him. I put him on my Snapchat.
Oh, I thought you said.
Everybody's feeling
Lord
good,
have
man.
mercy,
okay,
Jesus.
you know how I get that. Everybody's feeling good. We feeling good. I met people from DC. I love my black folks. What's up? That's it.
Yeah.
I know we went to the Rockets game and we won. Text us. We're going to have to pray for y'all. What you do watch this weekend?
I didn't do nothing. Like I said, I had a woosah moment. Just self-reflected. You know what I'm saying? Chill on Sunday. You know what I'm saying? Got with some people, some friends and stuff. Had a good time. See my little goddaughter. I said, "Well, man, she over here tripping.
She over here playing on the phone and stuff.
Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Got to see my goddaughter and everything. So that's about
Aww. Love the kids.
it. Love the kids.
Love the kids, man. All right, we're going to jump right in then since Ashley Ray over here on the phone anyway.
My bad.
So,
Mute, nigga.
one of she done turned right back on.
Just like a black person. Defiant.
Okay, wait. What are you watching?
I was trying to. Hank was talking about Meek Mill and y'all. He was talking about basically. I was trying to listen to what he was saying.
We're allowed to feel that way.
Okay.
We're allowed to post that. And saying that if we had voted, Meek would be free, then using that thing to correlate the other thing, it just doesn't make sense. Because
Well,
we also
anyway.
have to ask ourselves,
First off, why did that sound like like he's on the stump, like an old Negro spiritual movie and
We're
stuff
allowed
like
to
that?
do
Why are we listening to Tank?
I don't know. He was on. I mean,
Well,
I like Tank.
Well, this is the thing.
Got
This
some
is a good
songs.
segue into what we finna go into.
Okay, yeah, you're right. You're right.
You know what I'm saying? Talking about going into our
Which is basically our Twitter segment. We call it "What You Lying About" segment.
pretty much what Tank lying about.
Yeah, what Tank lying.
You know what I'm saying?
Because one of the big things that came up in the past couple of days
Your
was
phone going out.
your boy Meek Mill getting locked up for the next 2 to 4 years.
Got locked up.
Don't wait to
Won't
keep-
let him
Yeah,
out.
they locking the boy up for
Won't let him
probation violations and everything. But the big thing is everybody's arguing about it because
I don't think they should lock him up.
why not? That's
he
why
just,
people argue.
Because he black.
For sure.
Keep all the black men out of jail,
Right.
even if they fucking up.
He fucking up, but let's get a mentor for him. Come on, if he was white. No. Did you just say that?
Wait,
You
for
was so
real.
angry.
Yes, because I wanted to say.
I know you want to say something.
Yeah, he beat me
I
to
know-
it.
Hold on, let's say about. Nah, y'all ain't about to put all the black men in jail now.
No, but
First
look,
of all,
he don't need no mentor. He got a PO. He ain't even
no,
talk
he
to
needs
him.
a mentor.
Who's Rick Ross? Who's Jay-Z?
Rick Ross ain't his mentor. Look at these niggas. This okay.
Rick
I'm
Ross
sorry.
and Jay-Z are successful.
That doesn't mean they're good mentors.
What else do you need from a mentor?
He needs like a life coach to be like, hey, dog, this is not. He don't have the right people around him at all.
Let me ask you this. So let's say they get Meek Mill a life coach, and he is more successful than his life coach. Do you think he's going to listen to him?
You want to go to jail? You want to go to jail, Meek?
The judge told him that. And he's still in jail.
They've been telling him that.
No, he needs to sit down. So that's how you look at it like, oh, if you more successful, I'm gonna listen to you. Y'all both don't know.
I'm just saying the way it seems from him.
Rick Ross ain't helping with shit, to be honest. Like,
I mean, I believe that too, but still.
he just put you in a verse and talk about told you not
Like-
to trust Nicki. And I believe Nicki got that voodoo that's gonna make you get in trouble. Don't mess with Nicki.
I don't think Nicki got shit to do with Meek Mill.
Yes, he does. Nicki
I
messed
thought I
up.
was tripping. Okay,
Nicki
continue.
messed up his whole life.
Yeah, no, Nicki has nothing to do with this shit at all.
So what he do? Why he gotta go to jail?
So basically, this is what happened to Meek Mill. So in 2009, Meek Mill got locked up. He got arrested.
So it's 17. Okay.
Yeah. 2009, he got arrested for some guns and some drugs, basically. And so...
Was he rapping back then?
He was, but he wasn't big.
But he wasn't that song. Hold on, wait a minute.
Yeah,
I
yeah,
thought
before
I
that.
was finished.
Yeah,
Okay,
this
when that
before
came
that.
out. Cause
Or Dreams and Nightmares.
Dreams and Nightmares had to been like 2011, 2012,
Are
something
you
like
serious?
that.
They really play that and like that's the jam.
Yeah, no, it came. Well, no. Yeah,
Still
so like
play
he started coming out big around like 2011, 2012. So 2009 he wasn't big yet.
He got locked up.
He got locked up. Well, he got arrested and went to court. And I guess basically he pleaded out to get 5 years probation.
Oh, he did the 5
So
years.
he did 5 years probation. He said, okay, you'll be on probation till 2014, which is cool. He did good. Like he did good on his probation, but that's when he started getting big too. So he started getting real big around 2011, 2012. He started, doing wild shit because that's what people that got money. When you get money like that, you just start doing wild shit. He started doing wild shit. So right at about 2014, right before he got off probation, he got arrested again. And so in order, when he got arrested, they were like, well, what we're going to do is he got locked up for a couple months. And they extended his probation another 5 years. So now he's on 10 years probation.
Are you serious?
Yeah. So.
No damn way he gonna go back to jail. 10 years?
They just extended it.
I mean, it's just extended an extra 5. He already did 5.
I don't keep. Oh my God, who wants to keep doing this? Like,
Ooh, you fucking up.
Yeah, don't fuck up.
Don't fuck up. But you basically tell somebody don't fuck up. Like, I'm the type of person, you tell me don't touch that. I'm like, shit.
You know what I'm gonna tell you?
What?
I'm gonna tell you. You know what? Don't fuck up. And what I mean by don't fuck up? Hey, call me. I'm your PO. But before you leave out of town, let me know. Hey, how about you don't piss dirty?
You know he ain't nothing but it's pissing dirty. Ain't nothing wrong with a little.
Ain't nothing wrong with a little what? Oh, okay.
Yeah, hey. I agree with you. Ain't nothing wrong with it. But when you're told not to do it, or you're going to put your ass in jail.
That's the one thing you can't do is smoke. And then you're like, well, fuck it. I'm going to smoke anyway. Then, I mean, what are people supposed to do about that?
It's for his cataracts.
Nigga ain't got no goddamn test cataract.
Shit, well, I hope he get it in jail. That's where he going. Oh, he'll get there.
He going to jail. And my whole problem with that whole thing is, like, everybody
saying free Meek
right now. Free Meek. Like, I feel the same way about this.
Y'all was saying that shit when Drake was getting in his ass.
That's what I'm saying. Like, no, everybody pick and choose when they want to, support some shit.
Right. They was not supporting him.
Like,
Drake was giving it to him.
But even not even that. Like, okay, so my whole thing is this. Like, it goes back to the whole thing about niggas that say, like, free my homeboy Pookie. And Pookie done shot 3 niggas. What Pookie do? He killed that one nigga, man. But, it was just on some fucked up shit. Nigga, he killed somebody. You can't just get by with that.
But he can't kill nobody. I just feel like he doing some stupid stuff.
He did do some stupid shit.
But you know what? This might help him go to jail and get right. Because Chris Brown went to jail and it seemed like he stopped doing a lot of
Chris Brown still fucked up.
He went back. He went to jail. But he came. It seemed like when he got out, he got better.
Chris Brown just dropped a 45-track album
that nobody's talking about. Not really.
You know how many drugs you got to be on to drop 45 tracks at once? Chris Brown is on that shit. He on that shit.
He ain't on it like that.
Man, he on that shit.
And I heard it was about Karuchi or Karate, whatever her name is.
Yeah,
not Karate.
Oh.
Yeah, I mean he said it's about Karuchi because he thought that was really gonna be his one or whatever. But I'm like, nah, you can't be who he is and expect to keep somebody like that. But I mean,
I just think maybe he needs to go to jail.
Wait, didn't some shit come out? And I might have missed it because I didn't really read it. But there was like a conversation that happened today about Chris Brown being mad that people were relating Meek Mill's situation to him or something like that.
No,
yeah, you did.
No, they was relating to that, and then he's also pissed off because they posted a picture of him and Tyrese together. Oh. And they was like, man, we gotta support our brothers, you know what I'm saying? When things not going bad, and he posted on the comments about why the hell y'all talking about me? Yeah. Why the hell y'all put me into this shit?
They put Chris and Tyrese together.
Leave Chris alone. You know he emotional. He don't like this shit.
Yeah, Chris gonna get mad.
He gonna punch somebody. He gonna punch somebody.
He gonna snap on somebody. Nah, Chris don't break dance. Chris throw them hands. Ask Rihanna. Like, Chris throws them hands.
Sir.
I'm just saying, like, he not. I mean, but like Chris ain't. He has an anger issue. Like, he has issues. You don't want to fuck with Chris. He crazy. But whatever.
Too. I think she was getting with his ass.
Oh yeah, I firmly believe she was throwing hands with him. I believe she called him a few times too. It just didn't. I mean, of course, he a man, so he gonna swell her out.
You just wait till you get home, girl. You get a bottle, just go whack that ass in the head.
So you violent, man.
Yeah,
we don't believe in that
anger
violence.
Issues too.
We don't believe in that violence on What's the Remedy podcast.
We
do not support such violence.
I believe in the self-defense.
Yeah, self-defense.
That's right. You hit first.
You talking about attacking?
You hit first. That's your defense.
Man, what else we talking about? I don't want to. We're not going to go into Ashley Ray violence today.
Not going to violence.
Just have my bail money ready. I don't want to be in there with me.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? Let's switch it up before she incriminate herself.
What else they lying about?
Oh, okay. So the other thing was, okay. So there's like this culture, and it's a growing culture. I don't even know if it's a culture, but it's a thing on social media in general, and just in society today that. There's like this thing about shaming people. Dog, you really gotta stop playing that video.
Can't get off my phone.
Because you love you some
Like
damn
that.
Tank.
You just trying to stare at Tank or something?
I look like Tank. You got that song.
Maybe you deserve an emergency.
Yeah, that's another violent song right there.
Maybe I deserve.
Maybe I deserve. When he started choking her
Maybe I deserve.
at the end of the song, he said to grab your bread from around your neck. That nigga was talking about choking her out on that song.
How you know?
When he started chasing her down the street and choking her and stuff like that, that nigga was violent. That's why you like him.
Because he deserved your time.
That's why you like him, Ashley.
I don't like to get choked. Next.
All
What
right.
next?
All right. So,
Next.
like I was saying,
You tell us it.
yeah, like I was saying, like so anyway, there's this whole argument about like shaming people. All right, so like you should never be ashamed of anything that you do. Like I've even seen like a big argument on social media about not calling prostitutes. You call them sex workers because you're not supposed to shame them for their profession.
Excuse me, prostitute is your profession. That's not even a bad word. Prostitute?
Are you a freak?
Are you a
Are you
freak?
a freak? Prostitute?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Man, I ain't heard that song in a long time.
But I don't think that's a bad word to say you're a prostitute.
Well, they're saying that you shouldn't talk down on people.
Oh, I can't call you a... Okay, you ain't
You
prostitute.
can't prostitute shame.
You can't shame them for being prostitutes.
When in the hell did this start?
It's part of this whole shaming thing. Like you can't
You know
shame people
what?
for being prostitutes. You can't shame people
Shame
for
dancers, because back in the days when I was growing up, you couldn't be no stripper. Like, dudes
Right.
wouldn't even fuck with you if you was a stripper. Now, they got niggas out here like, my girl a stripper. Like, it's cool.
That's Drake. Drake did that.
But Drake did fucked up.
Drake.
I
You
wish-
were like Malaya.
Yeah.
But like, y'all like that shit. Y'all still be looking and checking for
You
these.
saying y'all like you talking to us?
I'm saying, look at this one, dancing over here. Mr. Wash dance, because he like the prostitutes.
You like the
Wow.
prostitutes.
Wow.
She ain't even talking about the strip.
I was like, no, the strippers just gonna put a prostitute on me.
They prostitutes.
Paying for buzz.
Some of them.
There's a lot of people that do.
Oh yeah, I mean like
I don't even knock
go
them.
down.
You know why? I don't knock
we-
them for that because you getting your hustle on. Whatever you got to do it safely.
On what's the
But-
remedy? We keep it real.
Yeah.
I can't do that because I have performance anxiety with that.
yeah, like I feel like I'd be uncomfortable trying to fuck in a club.
I would feel obligated that I have to get this off if I'm going to pay for this.
Oh, so that's a lot on your.
Yeah, it's too much
It's too much
mentally.
pressure.
It's too much pressure. Like, hey, I gotta.
I got some homeboys that they'll pay for some stuff. That
Oh,
I was like,
I know. I know people
plenty.
have.
We know plenty of people
know.
that when they go, it's guaranteed.
But it's free out here. Like
Yeah,
it's free
it's
out
free.
here.
It's true.
It's technically free out here.
It's free out here.
Technically
Tinder's like the new.
you taking somebody out? You technically paying.
You paying for it.
Oh, so when a nigga take me out, I'm
You paying for
sorry.
it.
When a young man is taking me out,
Okay.
take that off.
Yeah.
Nah, we leaving that on.
Leave that on there. That's how you
When a
really
man
feel.
is
That's how you really
taking,
feel.
man, I gotta work on that. When a man is taking me out and he kind of thinks he's gonna get some, that's true. Oh, y'all looking at me like I'm stupid.
I mean, I thought that was a given.
That ain't no giving.
So when a
Look
man take you out and he paying for it, he trying to
What men y'all been around? Men, I don't do that.
there's something absolutely wrong if niggas ain't like.
Okay,
I
they
mean,
gonna try, but then you gotta be like, nah, that ain't me. Like, you gonna chill a little bit. Like, no.
I mean, yeah. I mean, you supposed to say no if that's who you are. But I'm saying like it's not gonna.
But
They
most
go with
men
the
not
impression that they trying to get something. Like they not trying to fuck right then, but they working towards something.
I spent a lot of money on you, Diamond. You know what I'm saying? Hey.
So at the end of the day, they paying for it.
Shame.
You might,
That's shaming.
because like I say, you go on a date. You may not be paying for sex, but you are paying
Right.
for the connection, for the relationship in turn. Like you're paying for. You basically put a down payment on something for later.
That's sad.
So let's say I can go to the strip club and get some head for like $150, or I could take you out and go to dinner, a movie. You know what I'm saying? I spend close to $200, and I still might not get nothing.
Sorry for guys with that. Y'all come off a lot of money.
Right, and I
So-
still might not get nothing out of it.
What do you want out of it? You want sex?
What
Well,
people
I'm
say?
saying if
what
it's
people
sex,
say-
then
what-
Or you don't want my company?
What-
Or it's
no,
not
what's-
I'm not.
What's the phrase a lot of people used to say? They was like, "I don't pay for you to come. I pay for you to leave."
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? Like, hey, you pay. That situation happens. You don't deal with this no more. There's
Yeah,
no
like-
conversation. There's no nothing like that.
when
It's
you
a
paying
transaction.
for it, it's like, okay, and I've never paid for it. Just to clarify, I've never paid for
So
it.
you say?
No, I ain't never paid for it.
The men of us already have never paid
He
for
gonna make
sex
sure.
services.
He gonna make sure.
Hey, nah, hand to the man. I ain't
never
never paid for no sex. But I'm saying, like, if you are paying for it, then you're paying for the fact that, like, all I got to do is pay and we done. Like, I give you the money, we do what we do, and it's over. Whereas if you are, like, if that's all you want from somebody. So if a nigga is, like, trying to get that from a girl, and I got to talk to her, we got to talk on the phone for, like, a week, go out that weekend, hang out, and then, like, when it's over, she gonna be calling my phone afterwards, and you know what I'm saying? You got a whole lot of extra shit to deal with.
Then think about also the fantasy of it, because the person that you're looking to at this club is pretty much dressed up, looking, showing you certain things, whatever. So they're like, oh, you know what I'm saying? That's like that person that you probably wouldn't even talk to in public. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? Would get a chance to talk to in public. Mm-hmm. So actually to be with that person, whatever, that's part of that fantasy.
Right, because they, you know, most of the time, and I can't say all the time because some of these strippers are ugly, but like a lot of the time, if you trying to get
a lot of people don't.
A lot of people. Mm-hmm.
I mean, like, okay, I'll give you that because
80% of y'all men do
I know
not
some
care
niggas. I mean, I know
ugly. Y'all just trying to do what y'all want to do.
Man, well, I mean, I'm just saying, like, for the most part, like Wash was saying, like, men are going to be like, okay, I want to get this one because in public, I would never get nothing like that. So I'm gonna pay for it right now because I can fuck her whatever, and she gonna do everything, and all I gotta do is give her some money. Whereas if I was in public, I'd be like, "Hey, mama," I try to holler at her, and she'd be like, "Ugh," and she don't even talk to me. You know?
Nigga, you smell like French fries.
You like Whack Arnold's. But yeah, so like you get that, like you said, you get that fantasy of like this girl would never talk to me in public, but I give her a couple hundred, and you know I get everything I want out of her.
I'm not paying for nothing.
No, but but okay. So the basic thing is that you can't really, well, according to culture, you can't really shame somebody. Like you can't make people feel ashamed of doing things that don't fit your moral code.
Right.
I mean, but I feel like that's part of you having a whole moral code.
And do it to the best of your abilities.
So do you would feel comfortable with, like, let's say if you had a daughter and she decided to be
never being no stripper.
So okay.
Never.
I know some people that strip and they mom went to the strip club, go see them stripping party. In the strip club.
Ain't me.
Yeah, that's crazy.
That's how much this stuff has changed.
Yeah,
that's not me.
Yeah.
My mama, I remember they found out I went to the strip club. Oh my God. My dad found a flyer in my car. He was like, "Oh, I left something in my car." He went in there. "You went to a strip club?" I said, "No, they just put flyers on the car when we in the club."
While you're in the club, yeah.
I was in that strip club. I remember that man with that ice cream. Anyway.
Oh, you went to a male strip club?
Yeah, back in the days I used to.
Oh,
you thought female? Oh, no, I really don't like strip clubs, to be honest.
Yeah, she went to hard body yachties.
Yeah, hard bodies.
I
think that's kind of not my thing either. But
that's the only one everybody ever heard of down in these towns.
Hard bodies.
Yeah, I don't.
Then they
don't
got
know.
the other thing. What's the other one? The Bears.
Oh yeah, off of Richmond.
Yeah, I've been there for bachelorette party.
I don't know, but that you know what, that took me all off of what we were supposed to be talking about.
So we're talking about shaming.
We were talking about shaming. We were really gonna be talking about
when nobody wants their daughter on a pole.
Okay.
I don't care what nobody says.
Okay, so you can shame. So you feel like it's okay to shame? Like I'm not shaming.
I'm not shaming them, but I don't want my daughter on a pole.
Do you think it's something that your daughter should feel ashamed of if she's doing?
She ain't getting on no pole. Case closed.
Right. Okay, so
you come from Ashley. No.
Okay, so the other part of this shaming culture was like, okay, so as far as like looks, like you shame people for being fat or
being a darker skin color, or being short or tall.
Right.
Okay, shaming men for being. I'm 5'7". Mm-hmm. I get called. I'm a tall woman, but I believe there's some short ass men out here. Then what?
No. I'm saying I agree with you because, like I say, the dynamic of stuff has changed. Like there are a lot of petite looking men out here now, like very dainty looking guys.
But man called me big because I'm taller than him. I was like, no, nigga, you just little.
Yeah, I was gonna say 5'7", you ain't that tall.
That's what I said. No, you just.
But I know a lot of niggas that are like 5'5".
I ain't gonna lie to you. I like men my height because in case
like
we
5'7"?
For sure. In case I get I don't like nobody talking down to me. So my eye level, we
You
straight.
like to beat up on people. That's why
Next
you want
question.
somebody your height. Like you want somebody that you ain't gonna be intimidated by.
You want
when they
somebody
come
you can
throw
intimidate.
hands. Yeah.
Don't they still get with you? But I ain't gotta be like, hey, stepping on stuff to talk to them. I need to be eye level with you.
Yeah. See, you trying to punk people.
I'm not trying to punk nobody. We need to be eye level.
You trying to punk
Yeah.
somebody.
So y'all eye level you good, and then you put on some heels, and you feel that authoritarian figure to him.
You could talk down
I
to
feel
him.
like Kevin Hart and his wife. I
Yeah.
don't know her name.
Yeah, Nico, something like that.
Yeah, something like that.
She's pretty.
Yeah, but it's shaming and everything though. Like you say, people because people always
Black people always shaming. Natural hair. Y'all real quick be like, I don't like that nipples.
Who said they don't like natural hair?
This one.
What?
Wait, what?
No, let me clarify.
You don't like the dirty tennis ball.
Yeah, there you go. There you go.
You did.
There you go.
If you do something with it, it'd be cool, but don't be just throwing it up in no ponytail.
No, you can do the ponytail. Don't do no Florida Evans.
Yeah.
What's wrong with that?
No.
Man, respect where you come from.
I respect where I come from.
Like,
You know what I'm saying, but the dirty tennis ball, it's like, you know what I'm saying, like you over there looking like a chichilla.
Chill.
yeah, nah.
Would you
Like when he
my
grow
scalp?
out. When it grow out, I like natural hair when it's grown out a little bit. You know what I'm saying? And they can do stuff with it.
I like all different types of stuff.
Yeah,
Like
I know. I see you done switched it up today.
Yes, I like everything. It don't matter. I don't discriminate. I like white boy hair, Mexican ponytails, Puerto Rican mustache. What?
Don't put that on like that.
We'll take that out.
but like yeah, you like the variety of things though. They come out of nowhere. It's like smell like dog.
I would have said that, but that's okay.
Oh man, but no, like so. I think that's one of the things, and it's really important that people kind of realize that. I mean, I don't really think that shame. I don't want to say shaming isn't bad, but like I think holding people accountable is important at the same time. You know what I'm saying? Like so, like as far as like fat shaming, for example, like people there's a big thing about telling people big people not telling big people that they should lose weight or whatever because that's considered fat shaming.
I think you just be healthy in whatever body type. I know people that's bigger than me that are healthy,
right?
Can run faster than me. Like I was in a group training with some women that basically ran better than me, was healthier than me, but hey, they bigger than me. It all depends on your body type,
right? And that's my whole point. Like I think
you healthy and you love yourself. Girl, sport that 2-piece. Get out there.
I think, and that's being a big nigga myself. Like, I think my biggest thing is, like, if you have confidence,
oh yeah,
that goes a long way. Like, it don't matter what people say to you. Like,
I like a man to be like, shh, I like to eat. You like to eat, baby girl? Yes, I do.
That's what I'm saying. Like, even with women, like, I appreciate a woman even if she's like a big girl. If she wear what she want to wear and she wear it nice, like she know how to accentuate everything.
And that's the whole point, though, of wearing something nice and being confident and presenting yourself in a nice way, whatever. Don't be like, oh yeah, I'm big and I'm fine, whatever. And like you said, you got the medium shirt on with your stomach hanging out.
Say I'm big and beautiful, that kind of brings it down. Just be like, I don't know.
So were you saying they can't say they beautiful?
Just say don't say you big. Just say you beautiful. Why big? Why you got to put big in there? You beautiful.
That's true.
That's just like I'm pretty for a black girl. Nigga, I'm fine for a woman.
Period.
Woman.
Period.
That's it. You ain't about to say I'm pretty for no black girl.
That's true.
Some of these hoes out here is Puerto Rican. White. Okay, let's go.
See, there you go again.
I'm off. No.
But no, like, okay, so like we were saying, it's really about presenting yourself. Like, I don't think that anybody can really shame you. Even when we were talking about like prostituting and stripping, if you are secure in that and you are confident about it, I don't think anybody can say anything to you. They're
only shamed because they feel somewhere that is wrong.
Right. That's what I'm saying. Same thing with like fat shame, anything else. Like if you feel some type of way, and somebody say it to you, you be like, oh man, like you be like, man, that's fucked up that you said that. I mean, like, but if I'm comfortable with it, and I don't care, like if a girl is a stripper and she make like if she like Malaya making Malaya money, you think Malaya care when somebody say, "Oh, you a stripper, nigga"? You know how much money I make? You know what I'm saying? Like when you
if that makes her
confident,
happy.
that's what I'm saying. Like if you are happy with what you are, then I don't think shaming is going to come into play for you.
Yeah,
at all.
it's a means to an end. Like you say, you doing it for, like you say, to make some money or to advance yourself. And you confident what you're doing.
That's why I like Cardi B. She talked about her hoeing and being a prostitute and went to stripping, and then she talking about she gonna go PG-13 because she got young girls looking at her. I was like, oh,
Yeah,
that's nice.
Yeah, I'm gonna say you can change your life up as many times as you want to. Like I'm saying, but that's
one
on
day
you.
I'm gonna go PG-13, but you know,
Not today. But that also gets us, you know what I'm saying, keep everything moving and stuff. Gets us to our check yourself thing about just the insecurities and stuff. We talking about shaming and stuff like that. But a conversation that came up today on the Twitter world, basically, it was said that if you don't have like $2,000 in the bank or $2K in the bank, you shouldn't be on 2K. You know, NBA 2K.
no 2K without 2K.
Yeah, no 2K without
not
2K.
if you don't have no job.
Which there's a caveat because that can be taken many different ways. And like one is like, yeah, if you don't have a job, you shouldn't be playing video games all damn day. You should go out there and do something.
Right.
I'm out
You know what I'm
there.
saying? But if you do have a job and let's say 2K is your getaway to kind of decompress, whatever, nobody should tell you shit.
No, I agree.
Let me slide something in there though.
Mm-hmm.
So like, let's say it's a dude, right?
Yep.
Damn it. Okay. So say it's a dude, right? And so like you met dude, he ain't had no job.
Yep.
And so when you met him, he ain't had no job. And then like he's like, man, but you know, I'm gonna get working in a minute. But you knew he liked 2K. And then let's say the girl buy him 2K. And then she buy him 2K. And then he start playing 2K. And then she gonna be like, nigga, all you do is sit around and play 2K all day. And you ain't even looking for no job.
That's her fault.
Right. But there's a
buy
lot of
him,
situations like that where girls are like, you know what I'm saying? Oh, this nigga don't do nothing, blah, blah. But you enabling him.
Yeah,
So
that's your fault. I don't do that. I ain't.
you ain't gonna take care of nobody? I don't understand. Why? Okay. Do you feel like, what is your limit to taking care of a dude? Like how far would you say is just too far? Like, can he be like unemployed for like 6 months? Or does he need to have a job within like 6 weeks?
We just met.
If you just met, are you going to talk to somebody that's unemployed?
No.
Oh, well, there you have it. Why not?
Case closed.
I don't think a lot of people would know.
No, because
What if he's ambitious? Like he's like, I'm working on something. I'm just not, you know, I don't have no income right now.
I think I talked to a guy like that before, but I never knew I never knew he wasn't working.
Because I feel like, and just being a male myself, I know that dudes they'll sell it to where it's like, not necessarily that they're unemployed. Like they'll tell you what they're working on in between
he knew
jobs.
How to, like, I think he was doing other stuff, but that's actually not how we ended up stopped talking. I told you, kids get me like,
Oh, well, I mean, but that's my whole thing. Like, okay, so unemployment is like a deal breaker for most people. Mm-hmm. Okay, so let's say you with him. Let's say
I've been with somebody who lost their job before.
And how
I
you
stayed. Yeah, we've been together for a while.
Oh, okay.
I held it down, whatever that is.
But I mean, like, was it a long span? Like, was there a limit? What's your limit to how long they could be unemployed?
Why isn't it me? Why are we talking? We're gonna talk about.
Well, we talking about males being unemployed right now because women taking care of men that are
I'm
unemployed.
gonna give you 6 months, maybe. That's a long time.
I was gonna say 6 months is what unemployment gives you, don't they?
I'm like the government.
They give you
I
about
want
6
you to
months.
find a job. You out there finding. Most men I talk to, they ambitious. They gonna find a job. They don't want me taking care of them. So, case closed. Thank you, Jesus.
I mean, and I feel like, and that's part of like what we were talking about as far as this topic goes, is that I think that making money is like a major thing for men. You know what I'm saying? Like, we're supposed to be breadwinners.
Right.
And I think, like we said before, it's like two ends of the spectrum. There's men out there that are going to be like, I got to make sure that I got enough money for me and her. I make sure I'm always taking care of, she always taking care of, blah, blah. And then there's other niggas out there that be like, I mean, she got it. So I'm going to chill.
Yeah, cause that goes.
Some women that condone it.
Yeah,
I don't condone.
It's a lot of women that condone it, but that goes to the point of a lot of men 10 years ago. We'll say that 10 years ago they wanted to make more than their woman. They want to be the breadwinner, like you say. They want to support the household, things of that nature. Now, in 2017, that's really, that whole narrative is skewed because you have a lot of men that don't really care at all about.
But you got men too. I've met men that they want me to make as much as them or more, basically.
Yeah, I'm saying you still, like I say, that's the dynamic where it used to be the other way around. Where like you used to have a lot of men didn't care what they will make.
Right.
They were like, I got you, baby.
No
we good.
I told
we straight.
y'all I gotta pay for my tickets to go to dates now. I gotta pay for my tickets to go to Jay-Z tomorrow. Oh, I ain't going.
Well, that's like I said, that's a whole nother topic because that's like a topic of this dating etiquette.
Would you let your significant other basically pay for your bills and stuff, and while you just sit there and play 2K?
Well, see, that's the whole point. Like, if you are unemployed, if I'm unemployed,
you're unemployed. How do you feel about this?
I need to be playing 2K at times where I'm not looking for a job, or I'm not out and about.
But every time I come home,
every time you come home, I'm playing 2K, and it's like I think it's a more morality thing where you be like, hey, let's say we stay together, and you working whatever, and you holding it down with the bills and stuff like that. If I'm on 2K, whatever, yes, everything is done in the house. Everything, like, I might wash clothes, dishes wash, whatever, cook. Because you feel out of place, like, I need to do something. As well as I've been online all day applying for jobs.
Did you shake your head no?
I ain't saying nothing.
Yeah, what I'm saying, I feel like everything, like a lot of stuff should be done, as well as me looking for jobs.
That's that baby boy.
But like just sitting at home, like one thing that bothers me about anybody, a friend or whatever the case may be, is somebody talking about they're out of work looking for a job, but they ain't gonna apply nowhere.
Right.
They talking about, well, God got me, what I'm saying, and stuff like that. And it's kind of like, well, I hit you up, bro, with a job like that, such as hiring. Oh, I'm gonna get with that. I'm gonna holler at them, and then you'll never.
Yeah, they don't make no effort.
So you don't want to work. You don't want to do nothing.
Yeah, and that's what I'm saying. Like, so if it's me personally, I don't like depending on people. So like if it came time for me to be unemployed, which I don't really have this issue because I work in like education, so it's like
I always got a
job.
I've been unemployed. I've been let go.
I've been fired.
I mean, I've had times where like I thought I wasn't gonna have a job, and so like I had to start looking. But I always look for a job when I think I'm gonna need another one. But like
you should be out here dating if you ain't got no job. But how's me?
I would agree. I would agree with that.
Do something else.
How you gonna take somebody out and get a job?
Yes, I don't want to hear that. You know what I'm saying? I don't want to hear that.
Chill.
Every day I need to go to.
I don't want to chill. Then y'all go with that chill. We got a segment about that. Let's just chill.
I mean, but I'm saying like, okay, so like if I guess 6 months is a long time not to talk to anybody, because like a lot of people have like when you collect unemployment and they give you 6 months and it takes that long because the job market is kind of trash in general. So like for 6 months, you just not going to talk to nobody?
How long I've been with this person?
No, I'm talking about like a dude. Like if I'm a dude and I'm unemployed.
You always gonna, because when it's some women out, you always gonna find somebody. It's gonna be.
So you can't really say
somebody always want to play mama.
Yeah.
Somebody always want to take care of you.
So I mean, you can't really say dude can't date because he's unemployed, because he gonna find somebody that's gonna put up with
you. You need to while you unemployed, they make you look for a job. So you need to find something.
But that like that's the whole problem with the 2K thing. Okay, so like let's say dude done sent off he did 10 applications that day, and he just waiting on callbacks or whatever, and so he's sitting around playing 2K. I mean, like you can't really be mad at him. What's he supposed to do with his time? He already did his applications.
I talked to somebody who had no job. Hold on, I'm thinking I have talked to somebody who had no job.
Oh, I'm sure you have.
Damn, but I ain't taking it serious like that.
That's messed up.
I mean, what you mean?
That's you ain't gonna take him serious because
it is. Well, we also
he
leaving
wasn't
out
even trying to take me serious, probably.
But you also leaving out too, like having the situation happen now in your 30s, whatever. It's a whole different dynamic than happening in your 20s.
Yeah.
Because in your 20s, whatever, somebody can have a job.
For no woman, they ain't have no job. I mean, not no. Mm-mm.
So talking in their 30s?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like, dynamic has changed. Like, in your 20s, somebody not having a job, whatever, or we kicking it and stuff like that, it's different. Right. In your 30s, whatever, you planning on some
okay.
long-term stuff.
Right. You think so? It's okay with, I guess, kick it with. Y'all can Netflix and chill. But when you start talking about, I'm going to bring you to meet my parents, what you going to tell his mama?
You ain't got no job.
Oh, girl, what you do? I'm in between jobs right now. I still don't understand what the hell that means, but whatever.
I mean, it means you're in between jobs. It means that you had a job.
You ain't working.
You had a job. You don't got a job, but you gonna have a job. So you're in between.
And then you run into an issue. A lot of people run into the issues of pride really plays a hard part in a lot of people's things where you have a job, you might lose your job, you're making a certain amount of money, and people are not going to go backwards.
Man.
So they'll
just not have a job.
They'll just not have a job and stuff like that.
I had that before.
Yeah. Like I said, because you have to check pride at the door. Like I say, being real, like I say, I had a job doing good. Took a hellified ass pay cut.
I mean,
to be working to basically keep stuff going. And it's a struggle trying to get back to where you was. But you got to do what you got to do. Well, that's the thing. A lot of people don't do that.
When I wasn't working, I was not freaking dating, y'all.
But you
I wasn't even really trying to go out like that.
I don't know. I feel like, and like I said, I haven't been in that position. But I feel like even if I was, I don't think I would just not talk to anybody.
It wasn't I wasn't talking. I was more like working out resumes, doing this. Hey, they hiring for that. I was with friends. I wasn't worried about no dude. I probably would be on 2K if I played this though by myself.
I think like from what you saying, whatever. I think it's more of when you're in that situation, you grinding, trying to get back on top, trying to get you a job, and yeah, you gonna talk to people, but you're not actively trying to see like, hey, girl, what's up? You want to go to the movies this weekend, whatever. Nah. You're not gonna be actively trying to seek an event to go out to. If not, they be like, hey, I know you grind over there. You want to go out, blah blah. And you be like, well, hey, I ain't got. They tell me, like, oh no, it's on me, blah blah. You'll go. You'll still talk to the person, interact, but you're not. Hey, you want to go do this weekend? You ain't got no money,
right? Yeah. It's more like I feel like if you're in that position, it's okay to like hold conversation. Yeah, because I'm gonna be, hey, how you been? How was your day? Blah blah blah.
Conversation's okay. I'm talking about like
you need the most interaction with everybody when you want no job.
But like even if you ain't got no job, you still gonna, even if you don't have nobody, you might try to pull somebody even with no job because of the conversation.
I'm not pulling nobody.
I mean, a dude will though.
I know y'all will.
Like he will have no money, but he gonna
still be out there pulling.
Yeah,
and I'm gonna be like,
we know some people like that.
Shut up.
Mm-hmm.
That's bad. But I don't ask dudes what they do. Dang, that's bad, huh?
I figured that's like first conversation.
My first dates be weird, y'all. So I gotta learn to stop drinking on my first date. So
yeah, you probably do.
But they usually tell me, or it's on their Facebook page. I figure it out. They usually. Maybe they do. I don't know. I don't remember.
I feel like you have to.
Let me think.
Wait, somebody tell them on Facebook,
like
as far as jobs, whatever, and stuff. Nah, everybody, because you got people. I'm like I say. This is a topic.
But I don't ask them like, oh, what do you do for a living?
Yeah, but I'm saying like,
I don't care at first. I need help.
No, yeah, that's all right. For what you just said, yes, you don't need to be off the bat trying to figure out, but in conversation,
really like,
yeah, you need to be but in conversation, you just like, hey, what you do?
I grew on nobody.
Okay, so I have a question
because I don't like the girl like that.
This draws into like another part of this conversation that we can kind of briefly go into. So, is there a salary that you're looking for in a man to be making? Because one of the conversations is like, because women are in some cases, and I know the wage gap is still what it is, and men make more than women, whatever.
I had
but
this conversation, oh my god,
like sometimes a woman could be making, like, let's just say off the top, she makes 60,000. Dude, talk to her, make 40.
Well, I had a guy I was talking to that told me he wants somebody to make 75,000 and up.
How much did he make?
Well, I checked his never mind. Okay. Ooh.
What you checked? His LinkedIn?
No. Anyway.
You checked the bank?
But continue.
You checked the bank?
Continue with your...
So basically, that's what he told me what kind of woman he wants. That ain't me. So I was like, case closed.
But is he in that room?
He in that range?
Yeah, he in that range.
Okay, well that's why.
But I was like, we talked to the wrong person.
But I and that's like that's another caveat to this. But like,
for me,
could you be with somebody, not just date, like start looking long term with somebody that makes significantly less than you do?
We gonna build that up, like.
We just talking about just from the initial. Is that like a deal breaker?
I don't think so.
Well, and my issue with that is, I don't think you should look at an actual figure. Mm-hmm. I think you should actually look at the person and be like, can they hold their own without you?
Basically,
because if you look at because if you look at a figure, if I'm telling you, if I make $70,000 a year, and I'm telling you I want a woman to make $70,000 a year. Mm-hmm. We're not our parents or our grandparents. We don't stay in jobs forever and retire in that same job. True. I can make $70,000 a day and get laid off tomorrow, and I don't have nothing.
Or how you manage your money. You be making $70,000, and you still got. I got better credit than you. So now we got to use my credit because you over here buying all types of stuff, ain't paying no bills.
Yeah. So it goes down to. Instead of a figure, can you hold your own?
Can you hold your own?
Because if, like I say,
asking for money from me,
because if we talking about being together or whatever the case may be, if something was to happen to me or something happened to you, could we stay afloat? Could we be okay? And you need to. That's the kind of questions you have to ask yourself.
Or do you got a gambling problem?
So is it more important? Is it important that both people are like good money managers, or can like one of them have good money management to overpower the other one?
Oh, huh?
Yeah, because people, like you say, because people got their habits, people got their gambling issues, they drug issues. You know what I'm saying? 2K issues,
video games,
shopping issues.
Yeah, shopping issues.
I got little shopping issues. I ain't gonna.
Okay, so where do you have that conversation? That's the other question. Like, so where do you have that conversation where, like, how's your money management? Like, are you just watching them the whole time to see how their money?
You can watch people and kind of tell what be going on. Like, you can tell. You can watch people. Like, if you dating, people have showed you them for a while. You got to date and watch and listen.
Yeah.
Cause hell, I've been seeing a lot of stuff that I was like, he ain't never had no money. When you think about it, we ain't never went no damn well.
Yeah, a lot of stuff get talked about.
He was quitting jobs left and right or losing jobs. Like, I've seen that a lot.
Oh yeah, like I said, you have issues. Like I said, I've dealt with somebody in the past that they was always like, it was always somebody's fault. And they was switching jobs left and right. It's always something.
About? Why you looking over here?
You always want to tell on yourself. Ain't nobody talking about you.
Talking about you.
It's their fault.
Don't say you over there talking about it sound like me.
No.
But
I tried to keep my job. I promise. Please told me bye.
No, but you got people that it's always like those people that always say like it's always something wrong when you talk to them. It's always.
But I be feeling like that. That's why I looked. I was like, damn.
Nah, but like I say, when some people like,
I shouldn't have cussed that lady out. She told me.
They always be having the money issues or something like that. Yeah.
Something going on, but then like you say, you go on social media and they partying up or some shit.
Yeah, I mean, okay, so what do you do?
They owe you money. Oh, Lord, okay.
You triggered.
Okay.
You triggered. So like, okay, so how do you combat that? So like, is it like when you see somebody has money issues, do you work with them on their money issues?
It's if you want to. If you love that person, you feel like you always just a little bit of issues, or I don't know.
Well, it's like, what's the goal? Like, y'all have a goal in mind. What y'all working towards? Then, like I say, you'll work towards it. Like, y'all getting your credits up or putting money back.
Do men look at this stuff?
I mean, not like women do, I guess. I mean, well, because
some women don't look at it like that.
Well, because women don't. Well, I'm just gonna say, I'm like in the traditional sense, women are more like, okay, is this man gonna be able to sustain for my family? Blah blah blah. Men aren't so much looking for a woman that can. Well, I don't know. I can't speak for all men because some niggas just.
But my homeboy, he said he looked at like how a woman cook, how she clean.
Right.
He was like, if I have a child with her, I don't want my child with. I was never thinking that men looked at anything until I was like, oh.
I mean, okay, so like times have changed. So like it's a lot harder to live in a single income household now. Yeah. So it's I feel like as a man, I look for my wife or whoever I'm gonna be with long term. They need to be able to sustain and not. I mean, but they don't need to be like rolling in money. Like if they make a decent amount, working they can work full time, make a decent amount just to supplement the money I already have. Then that's cool. That's just more money coming into the house because I can handle my house by myself. But like having another income coming in
will help a
is
lot.
very, very helpful.
But I think with the vulnerability of most men and everything else, I think a lot of situations are worked out when that person feels like they can sustain their own situation. Mm-hmm. Like a woman can make more than a man nowadays, and he can be okay with it because he feels like, okay, you don't need me, I don't need you, honestly, to sustain myself. But together we working towards something like major and stuff like that. But if I made way less than you and the dynamic changes, because we do that, like you say, how things are changed from how it used to be in the past. There are a lot of women that make more money than their man, and they run things. They make it known that without me you can't do something.
Well,
I know some houses like that.
This also plays into the fact that like, okay, traditionally men make the money and they kind of run the house. And this plays into another conversation about like relationships and how like old relationships weren't as great as we think they were. Oh yeah. Cause like, like men would have, side pieces, side families. Oh yeah. You know what I'm saying? On side of their wives or whatever, but they made all the money. Their wife wasn't going nowhere. Like you ain't going nowhere because you don't even have a job to pay for yourself to live anywhere else. So you're going to be here.
You're a housewife.
And so now, like, it's some men that are going to be like, I don't want the woman to be doing that well because then she could just leave whenever she feel like it. True. You know what I'm saying? They like to have that control over people. That's why, like, I say for me, I don't really mind. Like, in fact, I want whoever I'm with long term, I want them to pull in all their own money. I want them to be self-sufficient, and then we just put them things together and make it, something big. But
like I said, I agree with that. I don't want it to be. I don't want to say competition. I want it to be where if you made more money than me, that just makes me strive to want to be better.
Right.
Because you know what I'm saying, it's like you make more money than me. Well, how did you get to that point? Like maybe
so like a team effort. Like
yeah, you know what I'm saying. Well, how can I match you? How can I be there? Because like even if I don't get there to you, whatever. I've improved to the point where I just help us so much together. I
don't want nobody controlling me and be like, oh, you can only use this certain amount of money, Ashley, or I don't think I could put my money together with nobody.
Okay. So that's the question. Would you do joint bank accounts?
No.
Why not?
I would for the bills.
No.
So you'd have one joint one for the bills and then have separate accounts for everything else?
Yeah.
No.
So no joint account at all?
No.
So how are you going to do bills?
We can have a savings together, but like we can tell me what bills I need to pay and you pay the rest.
I kind of like, and this is new for me because like I didn't used to be like this, but like I've grown to the point where I'll be like, I wouldn't mind having a joint account as long as there's some accountability for it. I mean, I don't want to, like I said, I don't want to do the whole. Well, see, that's a trust
You'd be
problem.
like, oh my God, where my money went.
No, now I'm not doing no joint account with somebody I don't trust with the money.
I understand it's a trust, but like I don't want to hear like, hey, you went shopping.
Wait, that's what I was going to say. The trust part, like I feel like there should be an account that we have our money going in for bills and stuff like that, but we should also have our separate accounts because I don't think you should clock me on certain purchases that I make. And I should, if you want to go buy you a purse that day, you got the money in your account to do it, whatever. It's not affecting our bills, whatever, and that's your own personal money. Who am I to tell you what you should do?
So, and like I said, I think it's kind of a conversation that you'd have to have with them because then it's like you have to see how much you're allotting for bills. Each one of you allotting for your bills each check.
I'm not gonna trust my husband with my money.
You sound like you got trust issues, dear.
Anyway, that's my money.
Well, the sad part about it is that there's a lot of issues because, like I say,
run off with your money.
No, but like you say earlier, a lot of these relationships where, older people that we know, that we like, oh, they've been together so long, and blah blah. A lot of issues they tell you when they talk to you, whatever. They're like, oh no, blah blah. We had this money issues, sisters did this and that, whatever. It makes you skeptical of being like, man, I don't know about putting my money, all my stuff with one person because you never know. Like I say, everybody has their vices. Mm-hmm. You never know what cause like I said, I know somebody that's quick to rob Peter to pay Paul.
What?
Stuff like that. And they would go to work and be like, you know what I'm saying? Why you doing overtime? You don't usually do it like that. know what I'm saying? And you find out because you probably fucked up somewhere and stuff like that.
Get
but
that money back.
Yeah, but not gonna tell you though outright what the fuck happened.
Yeah.
Cause I might do something like that. I can't lie either.
I mean, but that's why I say it's gonna be on a case by case basis, because like if you know yourself and you know that you can control your money and the person that you with
I can control my money.
Yeah,
I
but
never work with anybody else, so what I'm supposed to do?
What if you with somebody that is good with money? Like they ain't tripping about how you spend or whatever.
They don't like that. I like to go out to eat.
I mean, I feel like it's going to be a conversation you can have, because if that person is like, oh, well, I mean, I'm cool with you spending whatever you want, I'm not going to check it as long as we good. Like, as long as our bills and stuff good. Like Alan was saying earlier, like if the bills and stuff are paid. I always
check my account, so I know I'll be like, this nigga went to Onyx? Okay, well, wait a minute.
So you going to have a problem with it.
Yeah, I am.
So you going to check.
$200 out the ATM? Why you using that ATM?
No, that ATM too high.
That's what I'm saying, see?
But no,
Some
okay.
people don't think like that.
Okay, so that's why I say.
Like, why would you not use your bank ATM? Oh, I'm just going to use the ATM that's there.
Well, because you don't want to leave the strip club to get more money.
See, and that's when it's going to go down.
And that's my reason for, like I say, I want an account for all our bills and stuff like that. And I just feel like certain money is just be in certain places. I just think some things, major purchases, whatever, big things, yes, you're going to have to consult each other. You know what I'm saying? You just don't be just wasting money.
I've seen money like ruin people.
Yeah, and that's why, and that's my whole point of doing the separate things, because some things I just don't want to fucking know that you buy or what you do,
right?
Because I feel like it becomes an issue.
Bundles.
Because like you say, you having a joint account with somebody and you seeing the money go off to certain places. That's an argument that you really don't need to have.
Men don't understand about hair. Y'all gonna be like, why you spend $300 on some hair? These are bundles. Brazilian. You know
what I'm saying? When we talking about like with other people that I don't know pocket watching, I ain't trying to pocket watch my wife either.
Right.
Like,
and so I can see the separate checking. Okay, so I would say like you have, and I've seen people, and I've seen this conversation before. Mm-hmm. But like they have like a checking and a savings that they have jointly. The checking is for bills. They put all their bill money in there. Mm-hmm. Their savings account is just so that they can save money together. Mm-hmm. Then they have separate checking and savings accounts.
Okay, I seen that before.
So then, like, okay, that's
where you hide the money.
Let's say like every month, each one of them puts in $1,500 into the bill. Like, so you have about $3,000 worth of bills, give or take, just general number. So it's about $3,000 worth of bills. Throw that in the joint account, and then all your other money goes into like a portion of it goes into savings. And then a portion of it goes into your own savings, and then whatever you have left over is what you spend. Yeah. So can't nobody clock that. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? And so I feel like that would work out. But the only problem with that is, let's say, and this is going to bring back up the salary conversation, then I'll be done with this because we need to move on. But let's say that the woman makes significantly more, like she's 6-figure salary, and dude is like 40,000 or something like that. He's putting in $1,500. He got like maybe $100 of spending money. She put in her $1,500 and got a G to spend. Like, don't you think with that? Do you think that will cause an issue?
Yes.
Because she's gonna have a whole lot of spending money.
He gonna say something,
and he ain't gonna have none.
Well, but
or vice versa. It could be the other way around.
Well, that goes to the point though. Like, so what bills are you? What bills are taken care of?
Right.
Like you say,
if you make all that money, I'm not about to. All my money ain't going on bills.
Well, that's what I'm saying. But like, it's like you said, it becomes an issue in discussion. Like at the end of the day, like you say, if I'm putting $1,500 in here and you putting $1,500, it doesn't match if we're making two different salaries.
Right.
So it's like proportional, like what you taking care of. It has to be, bills have to be mapped out. Be like, okay, I'm gonna take care of this. Take care of that.
So if you make more, you pay the higher bill.
Yeah.
Like the mortgage, yeah.
Okay. So, but you'd be okay with, like, if you make more than him, you pay the bigger bills.
I'll pay the more, yeah.
Okay. But that's...
like, I'll pay majority of the bills. Your money will go to vacations for family and stuff like that.
That makes sense.
You know, some Dr. Freddie type stuff.
Yeah.
Rest in peace.
Rest in peace, Dr. Freddie.
Yeah, because he's always talking about, he said, like, his money is all the bill money, his wife money's the vacation
money. I want
money.
something like that, yeah. I
wouldn't mind that either.
I would be like, we always got a family vacation with this money, or something like vacation, or just
like miscellaneous money.
Like, we go to this game. Like, we can see them Texans play.
Oh, yeah. Speaking of, So we're going to move into halftime. Well, it's not really halftime because we got to rush through that.
I'm just like,
But yeah, halftime. Well, basically, our sports for today is, well, for one thing, the Texans are looking bad out there because Deshaun Watson decided to get hurt at practice.
Oh my God, was he breakdancing? What happened?
They said it was non-contact injury.
Okay, hold on. He tore his ACL, right? I tore my ACL. Nobody was by me. I ain't gonna lie, y'all.
What you was doing?
Playing basketball.
That's basketball.
yeah, she's a hooper.
Yeah, but he was at practice, I thought.
Well, I don't know what he was doing.
No,
though.
he was at practice. They ran a
play, so he must
toss
have
play.
ran something.
Oh, okay.
They ran an option play.
But I bet you, I ain't gonna lie, I bet you his knee was hurting before that, and he never told nobody. It was probably already torn.
Oh no, it was hurt already.
Yeah,
it was
mine was hurt
in
before.
the game last week's game.
And I just stopped and I ripped it like it was out. I was out of there.
I never done it, and I don't want to.
You don't want to? That's the worst.
My sister did. I ain't.
Go to our ACL.
To our ACL.
I felt that. Yeah,
no.
had to have surgery. I'm a warrior though.
I don't know. If that's worse turning ACL or your knee popping that. I don't know what's worse.
Their knee. I don't know. I don't want to.
Visually, your knee popping out.
Yeah, that look ugly. Like ACL, a lot of times you won't see it. You just
like rip. You could feel it.
When I saw my knee pop out of place, it scared the shit out of me.
All right, next.
Why are we talking about this?
Because it's real.
So we ain't got no quarterback really.
Okay, yeah. So who we got? Tom Savage in, huh?
Savage. He ain't even savage.
Move on. Let's move on.
Well, the big thing
they
is
jinxed that nigga. That's why we out.
The big thing is the Texans refused to sign Kaepernick, dog. Like, and I mean, you really figured they wouldn't, but that would have been perfect. It was a perfect time to put Kaepernick in.
Well, honestly, let's keep it real. They just helping his case.
Oh yeah,
for collusion,
because it don't make no sense for Cap not to go in for the Texans.
That would be real nice.
Well, because they signed another quarterback today. A guy named Josh Johnson, black quarterback, been in the league for like 10 years.
Are you serious?
Yeah, he kind of like athletic, red option and stuff like that.
Yeah.
But this is the issue that helps Kaepernick's case. People are like, well, Kaepernick haven't played in the past year. You know, it might be a little rusty. Well, Josh Johnson ain't played in the league. Took a snap because he's been on teams. He's just been cut since 2014.
Are you
13?
serious?
Yeah, so he hasn't took a snap in the past 4 years.
Oh, yeah. No.
So for him to get, picked up, and somebody that's a Pro Bowler that played last year hasn't been picked up, it's collusion.
Yeah, definitely.
And so basically, it's good they're doing it because basically this is building his case against the NFL. He's going to get paid eventually. Yeah,
they have to. Like, that's why the lawyer said that he was supposed to be signed in the next 10 days or whatever, because they have an argument, and they're just making the argument better.
Come here.
He's not.
I know.
He's definitely not playing for Bob McNair and them, so.
You know, hell, he could be one of the inmates.
No, he's not going to be an inmate.
Oh, man.
Like my boy Clowney.
Yeah.
But anyway, so keeping it in football, so today, which is Tuesday, we're recording on Tuesday, Milo Grimes was on the Breakfast Club and decided to tell, does anybody have a video? I'll see if I can find it. But anyway, so Milo Grimes was talking on the Breakfast Club and basically told the Breakfast Club that, oh, well, you know how Derek Carr got hurt last week or whatever. I know that they were having an argument in the locker room between Derek Carr and his offensive line, and he has an all-black offensive line, and of course Derek Carr is white. So he has an all-black offensive line, and they decided together that they weren't going to block for him, and that's how he got hurt. So they wanted him to get hurt. So the big thing about that, the problem with that was...
Oh, I found her.
You found her?
Yeah.
You found her?
Carr is a Bible thumper to the fullest. And so he was basically trying to force the players to read the Bible before the game and do all this stuff. And they were like, no, that's you. And so he was so upset about it when the whole offensive line was saying they were going to kneel. He was like, I'm not, no. And they got in a fight in the locker room. So when they came out to play, they basically had a plan like, you know what? You don't want to deal with us?
Wow.
Yeah, the offensive line, offensive line, let him get cracked a couple times just to let him know exactly what can happen to you if you don't stand with us. Derek Carr is a Bible thumper to the fullest, and so he.
So basically, she's saying that she heard that the offensive line let him get hurt, but she does. And the problem right now is that the offensive linemen have come out on Twitter and their wives
Because they kneeled? Because what did they do?
No, okay, so the offensive line, of course, is all black, and they were talking about kneeling for the national anthem, because of the protests and everything. And Derek Carr was like, no, our team isn't kneeling. Y'all aren't going to kneel. And they got in an argument about it in the locker room. And so she's saying that the locker room fight carried over to the field, and they let the defense through to get him hurt.
So he's hurt.
Yeah, he's hurt.
Well, he's good now.
Yeah,
but he had like a cracked vertebrae.
Yeah,
they're just trying to say something. I don't think you're not going to do that to your team. This is your team.
Right.
You still want to win the game.
Yeah. At the end of the day,
you want to get to the Super Bowl.
You have a lot of arguments in the locker room. That's just how it goes. You're not fixing to be. How she know? And she said it was because she has a podcast, and so on her podcast she had a guest come on that was like a fan of the Raiders that had like I guess it was like a reporter or something that was in there. And they heard the argument and everything. And so they equated that argument to the offensive line letting it happen.
Her husband plays on the Raiders, y'all?
No, he plays for Bucks. Yeah, he plays for the Bucks.
Oh, he plays for the Bucks.
Yeah. But Miko, like, and this is my thing about me, because I liked her, like, beforehand, because I think she speaks her mind. And, like, she's very open about everything. But, I feel like she's got this platform now, and like, so people are like really coming down on her for this, but she's always been like this. Like, she's always said things off the top of her head. Like, she don't think before she talk and none of that stuff. But the only difference is now her platform is so big because she has the podcast now. She's on Baller Wives. You know what I'm saying? She got a reality TV show. You know what I'm saying? Oh, and then they were on
Breakfast Club,
and then Bucks were on Hard Knocks and HBO, and so she had come out on there talking a whole bunch on there.
Oh, I didn't watch that one.
Yeah, so like she has this major platform now where like her opinions that she used to just put on like Twitter, because she was big on Twitter beforehand, like and like even before that, like she just has a lot of opinions, and so like now she has all of this platform, and so now that it's coming out, it's like it's very like problematic, and the problem with it is now, like I said, the one of the old linemen, Donald Penn, was like, we never had anything like that happen. So he's trying to defend it. He's like, no, that was definitely not what happened. You talking out the side of your neck, whatever. And so she's like, going back and forth with him on Twitter today about it.
I don't like, I'm sorry. I don't like women like that. I don't know why. Because you don't know exactly what's going on in the locker room. Your husband basically, you represent your husband. He's in the league. Yeah. This makes him look bad also.
I don't think she cares.
She don't give it. I can tell she don't give it.
Well, that was the argument.
Like, I don't like them women like Chris, whatever that lady name, Chris. I don't know. From Basketball Wives.
Oh,
you know what I'm talking about?
Doug Christie's wife.
Like, they so damn outspoken.
She came out the stands and hitting the dude with the purse.
Yes, like they're so outspoken. You make your husbands look awful.
Yeah, like it's bad, and they're the type of women that really don't care. Like, they don't care how you feel about it.
And I'm kind of like that, but then I'd be like, damn, you got to settle down. I got a little bit of, sit your ass down.
You got a little bit of sense sometimes.
Sometimes, yeah. I'm a little bit like that. Like, but you can't.
Because Miko was big, like she was an athlete and stuff too. She was a basketball player. Like, she played basketball.
Yeah, she was top overseas and stuff.
She looked kind of manly, but I was like,
well. Yeah.
Looking at me like that.
Well,
don't say Miko. She said that. We didn't say that.
That is not the reflection of the What's the Remedy podcast.
Shit. Oh my God.
She ain't coming for me.
What's up?
Because she backs down for nobody.
She comes for everybody.
I'm not that important to talk about. I'm straight.
Nah, I think we'll be okay. But
she'll still come.
Yeah, but no fucking reason. She's gonna come in.
Come on, girl. I ain't got nothing but time. You might make me famous. Like, what? Come on.
Nah, you be all right. But yeah, so that was the big thing.
She kind of got manly. She's pretty. She's masculine.
Pretty and masculine. All right.
What a gentleman. Anyway.
She's handsome. Oh my God, I can't believe you. So anyway, moving on. We're going to move right on to the real news. We over an hour already. So we're going to move on to the real news for today. And basically, we only got one real story because it's the biggest thing happening right now. And it's terrible.
So fucked up.
It's terrible because like this stuff is starting to happen like on a regular basis. Now, this is between this and police shootings. I can't figure out which one is like just like I don't understand why they just keep happening like without any change.
This really hurt me. Like, I don't know. You go to church to get peace, and just some devilish person comes in there and just takes all of that. It makes me so nervous to go to church. It makes me nervous to go anywhere. You can't go watch a concert.
Nope.
You can't go to church. You can't get in an argument with nobody because that man came in that church to shoot up his mother-in-law.
Yeah, his in-laws.
Yeah. Well, let me clarify the whole story real quick. So this was in Sutherland Springs, Texas, which is a little outside of San Antonio. And basically, a dude came in with an AR-15, shot up the church, and like the congregation was only 50 people. There's only 50 people in the congregation.
I was like, that church is small.
It's real little.
He killed half the congregation.
He killed 26 people.
Yeah,
26
confirmed dead. Already.
Yeah, confirmed 26 people.
17-month-old baby
yeah,
to like 77-year-old woman.
Yeah.
You shot a baby.
He just
kept shooting.
Well, he just started shooting.
Yeah, he just sprayed.
He just sprayed through the whole congregation. And that's why 25 ended up dead. So he ended up killing 25. And I think he switched magazines while he was in there.
Yeah.
So he was going.
It's a 450 rounds.
Yeah.
I was
it was
like,
a lot of rounds.
y'all had to really Google this because I was like, I don't know nothing about guns.
He just busted side to side.
Yes.
Yeah, he was just, like I said, he was spraying the whole church up.
But I thought somebody shot him. He shot himself.
No, dude shot him.
I thought he shot himself.
No, okay, so a dude that lives like across the street, is an old white man.
No, he killed himself. They said he shot himself in the head.
Who said he shot himself in the head?
I read it on CNN.
Oh, well, maybe he did, but I know that there was a gunfight between him and the dude across the street.
Yeah, they said that, like they shot him in the leg. And
okay, well he probably
ended up
killing himself. Then.
Yeah,
because
they called his dad. It was like, I can't do this no more.
Yeah, when I saw the interview with the dude that was across the street, because he said he heard all the gunshots. Because like I said, he was switching magazines and stuff, so he was in there shooting for a while. And so he said he heard the gunshots, and he said he started loading his magazine. And he went out there.
So he was at his house or something?
Yeah, the other dude, the dude that shot the gunman, was in his house across the street. And he came out of his house with his gun and started exchanging gunfire with him. And I guess he hit him or something, and that's what stopped him from shooting up the church or whatever.
What'd your president say?
I don't know. Has he made a statement?
No, yeah, he made a statement. Yeah. He commended the guy for shooting. He was like, if he didn't have his gun, then 100-something people would have lost their lives.
But it's not a gun problem.
Yeah, it's a mental health problem, not a gun problem.
It's a damn gun problem.
Okay, so this is my issue with this whole thing. Okay, so it's a mass shooting. Dude had an AR-15, which has been the gun of choice for mass shooters.
Oh, yeah.
So, the problem I have is, like, they just released, like, this afternoon that, he had escaped from a mental hospital in 2012. And so he escaped from a mental hospital. He was dishonorably discharged from the Air Force for that reason, like for the same stuff. Like he was
abusing.
He was death threats. He was giving death threats to like officers. No, to officers while he was in the military. He had like given death threats to some authority figures, and that's how he ended up in the mental hospital.
Okay.
And so then he escaped from the mental hospital. They didn't catch him because this was in New Mexico. They caught him in El Paso getting on a bus.
Yeah.
And so then that's when they were like, they brought him back to court, all that dishonorable discharge.
I've been to that military, that base.
Which one?
The one he was stationed
in New Mexico?
Yeah, my brother was stationed there.
Mm-hmm. See, but my thing is, okay.
But they said he was in jail for like 2 years over there, though.
Right, and so my problem with it is he bought his gun legally in 2016.
Because he passed the background check.
Like, how do you pass a background check?
They said he just checked it. It was
okay.
Oh, yeah,
that's right. They said
it was okay.
They said it.
He checked that he wasn't in the middle.
He lied.
Yeah, he lied.
I was like, okay, so all you gotta do is check.
Basically, I want to see.
Yeah, because when you do a background check, when you buy your gun, they're supposed to send it off, and you're supposed to wait a couple of days before you can get your gun.
He didn't wait a couple of days.
But that's what they say. If you buy your gun at a gun show, they do it right then and there. They don't do like an extensive background check, and you can get past all of that. Screening.
Right, because the question asks, like, have you ever had like any mental, or no, have you ever been locked up or something like that? There's a question like that, and all you have to do is check no, and if you check no, they'll give you a gun. Like, so that's how. Right. And they're like, well, there doesn't need to be any gun reform. That by itself is reason to have gun reform. Like that means that you're not doing something right.
They were talking about that.
Yes, but the government is so, where Republicans are so in the NRA pockets that's not going to happen.
Nope.
Because the argument when you say gun reform, the argument comes they want to take away your guns.
Yeah. That's what, and I saw like people always argue that like, oh no, gun reform, they're just trying to ban all the guns. That's not the same thing as gun reform. Like, and this is a conversation that I saw somebody have, and I really have to think about it, because they were like, okay, what is the real purpose of having an AR-15?
That's what I want to know.
Because
why would you have one, and why is it so easy to get it now?
Well,
I
because
thought it was hard to get
they
those.
said as long as it's not automatic, you good. So it's
but they're making them automatic, right?
They buy a piece that can make them.
Buying the bump stock.
But
the
then the guy from Las Vegas, he made his like
that.
that.
He bought a bump stock.
Yeah.
And he made it automatic.
Because the kickback on the bump stock makes it a rapid fire weapon.
You can make it on. They show you how to do it on YouTube.
You can buy it on Amazon. No, what was the bump stock sold on? Was it eBay?
eBay or something.
You can buy a bump stock off eBay, and then they show you how to do it, and you just put it on there and spray.
Oh wow!
Yeah.
Are we the only country that has like mass shootings like this? Like probably every month now.
Regularly like this, maybe, but not. I mean, I won't say the only country. I'll say the only like Western civilization. I think we have it the most out of Western civilizations.
Let's say like 90 people die every day from guns here.
Oh yeah, and the other thing about that is, and the argument that some gun people have is that most of the gun deaths come from handguns and suicides, and so I'm like that doesn't really make it better to me. Like that doesn't make it be like, oh okay, well it's cool.
But again, that's not gun reform is not affecting you having a handgun and those issues with that.
Right.
Gun reform is like if a single person sadly enough to commit suicide, or somebody commits a murder with a regular Glock or a 9, you know what I'm saying? That's sad, but they're not killing 20-something people in 3 minutes.
Right.
3 minutes.
Yeah, like
20-something people gone.
Or like dude in Vegas that shot all them people. It took him like 10 minutes to do that. Like,
that's why I was like, wow, he killed.
And so like I think with like the argument I was having was, okay, so an AR-15, what do you need it for? Like, because if it's home defense, you can get any size handgun. You got stopping power on a 45. Like any of them guns,
any kind of 12-gauge shotgun,
12-gauge shotgun, any kind of rifle, anything. If you just need something in the house, then you can have a shotgun or a handgun. You don't need an AR-15 in your house, because that's what the argument somebody said was, oh well, if somebody comes in my house, I want to be able to defend against whatever they have. How many people gonna come kick your door in with an AR-15?
I'm about to say, somebody kicking your door with an AR-15, you already lost.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like, if most people, and like somebody was giving statistics where it's like, okay, about 60% of home break-ins are unarmed. Like most people that break into homes aren't armed.
Yeah,
and then a few of those break-ins, the homeowner was killed or harmed by their own weapon more than somebody else bringing a weapon in.
Wow. Really?
So like, and then there's like most physical altercations that happen in home break-ins are hands and fists, like they fight.
Yeah,
they're not shooting people. So like, you want a gun to defend yourself against somebody that's probably not trying to kill you in the first place, but it's the fear. The fear is what makes everybody feel like I have to have the biggest gun
now
out.
I want a gun.
Now you want a gun?
Yeah.
I mean, I really think women should have handguns personally. But, you know what I'm saying? I think that's the extent, though. Like, I don't think you need anything more than a handgun.
I think I'll end up shooting somebody.
You don't need a gun. You're right.
What you mean?
I think like everybody needs to have a gun like for their households and stuff like that.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Protect themselves. But like, yeah, have a handgun. You don't need a AR-15. You don't need an AK.
Yeah.
And it's like, what's the point of having that weapon?
I remember when I used to work at Academy, we were selling them guns. I was like, man, these are some like major guns. And this is like, I was in high school, and I was like, oh, these are some major guns. Why are we selling these? They're like, oh, they're for hunting. I was like, no, who hunts with this?
Yeah, why you shoot using a chopper on a bill?
I seen kids that had some guns, like shooting some guns. I was like, oh my gosh, my dad took me to a gun range. Them kids know how to shoot early. He was like, you gotta be prepared. I was like, what?
I've seen some niggas, like hood niggas, that got like choppers. Yeah. And like, I've seen it, like, I remember when we were at, in school. Yeah. We were at PD, and then like, nigga had that chopper, and he just, like, he let it go one night, and it was shaking him out of the window, dog. Like, it was.
And in college?
Yeah.
Oh, PD was real, dog.
Yeah. Gangster.
That chopper go.
That chopper was going, and like, at first, like, it really, like, it sounded like a helicopter when he let it go. It was like the windows started shaking and shit. It was crazy. But yeah, and then like the other dude had like the shotguns. Like people have these guns, but I don't see the point in them other than like
you're gonna shoot somebody
on
accident or something. Yeah.
Why would you have a gun like that to just sit up?
To sit up and wait for somebody to come in your house? Like you don't need that. Yeah. You're gonna tear your house up more than you gonna tear that person up. Like I don't know. Like that's my whole problem with gun and gun reform and everything is that like we have to be reasonable. Reasonably, yes. I think you should have a handgun. I think you should go to the gun range, get you some experience, know how to shoot your gun. If need be, maybe have you a shotgun in the house, something bigger if you want something bigger.
But how do you stop, like, the Sandy Hook? Is it
Sandy Hook?
Sandy Hook. How you stop that? How you stop somebody coming into church? Like, they weren't prepared for none of it. Like, nobody knew this stuff was going to happen.
You can't. Like, it's impossible to prepare for it. All you can do is try to prevent it. And the only way you're going to prevent it is to get some of the guns off of people.
And see, and that's the issue. Everybody doesn't think like that because you have people on the Republican side that think like, well, the only way to combat that is more guns.
Yeah. They say the good guys.
Everybody in the church should have been... the other guy was there with the gun.
Everybody in church should have been packing too because then they could have stopped it.
Man.
No, they said it on the Vegas thing, and that was the stupidest thing I ever heard. They were like, "Yeah, man, if more people had guns, maybe it would have ended faster." I'm like, he was up, he was perched,
on the building.
Like he was
y'all were down below.
But see, that's the kind of stuff that sounds good to those type of people. It sounds good when they're talking about it, but let's phrase the scenario, like we're saying, like okay, a shooter comes into a church, whatever, starts busting. You pull out your gun. You know what I'm saying? I got my gun. I'm carrying too. I'm shooting at him. Now we shooting at each other. Now I end up hitting him. He dies, whatever. And I've saved some lives and everything else. And everybody's cheering. But then I look behind him and there's a little girl that's dead from my bullet.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? From me just firing back at him. You know what I'm saying? Because I'm not a professional marksman.
Right.
And I've killed somebody. So do I go to jail for that? Or am I getting off the hook because I saved everybody else? More likely, I'm going to jail for that because that was an instant life taken by me.
I don't think that there's a real resolution for it other than like really trying to keep some of those guns off the street. Cause this whole make sure the good guys have guns too thing, it doesn't work because you don't never know when a good guy gonna snap either. Because a lot of them people like even the dude in Vegas, they're like, man, he was such a great guy. A lot of them great guys be the ones that shoot somebody.
Who said he was a great guy?
His brother. But
his brother in Vegas?
Yeah.
Oh, his brother who also went to jail for child pornography.
Yeah. But I'm saying
he's like, fuck, this dude got me caught up.
Yeah. But like the other thing is like, okay, but it could be at any given time somebody could be like, you know, having a bad day and they're like, you know what?
That's why I don't need no gun.
I'm finna go to work with this chopper and everybody finna go down.
I'm so scared of that.
Like, all it takes is one bad day.
This is not the Wild West where everybody's carrying.
So now, next time I go to church, I know, like, my pastor gonna have them bodyguards really looking.
I'm saying, like they said, like, I remember people was walking around Walmart and stuff with they had, like, the open carry license and walking with their gun on their hip and stuff.
Yeah.
That's not cool. Cause like you're saying, if me and you just get into an altercation,
you gonna put your gun down.
You might pull the stand your ground law, shoot me in the store.
We have that here?
Nah. To a certain extent.
It's not like Florida.
It's not.
I thought so.
But to a certain extent, though.
But we open to carry, right?
No, we open carry now.
I never seen it yet.
I don't know that I've seen it.
It's not as bad because there's still a lot of places that enforce that you can open carry, but you can't come in.
You can't come in the store.
Yeah, establishment with it.
I don't think they should do that.
I don't really agree with having open carry everywhere. Like if you go out to like West Texas somewhere, you're gonna see people open carry.
Yeah,
like I say, the open carry thing was stupid as hell to me. Like I said, with people like bringing guns on college campuses.
Yeah, like that's stupid.
That's stupid.
Like you know how unstable college kids are. Like unstable. Like we talking about the dude at the chopper. Like niggas are unstable on college campuses. You don't want everybody walking around a college campus with a pistol on them. That's crazy.
Everybody's like I say, they want it to be the old West so bad.
Yeah.
Until somebody gets killed that they didn't expect was going to get killed.
But the old West didn't have AKs and stuff like that.
That's the other thing.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I think a comedian said somewhere they were talking about how, you know, when they wrote this law, the right to bear arms, like people had muskets.
Yeah, so you gotta you shoot one
and you gotta
get the bullet and reload.
You gotta get lucky with that first shot.
Like, I missed them. We about to shoot me back.
Yeah, that's it. Like you had the right to bear arms, but your arms wasn't killing 30 people at a time.
I was watching The Patriot the other day with Mel Gibson, and they shot there first, and they just mugging, but they just trying to reload. Yeah. They just looking like
they mugging each other.
I love that movie.
Hell yeah, I'm gonna get this whole boy you do.
I love that movie, man.
Yeah, but that's what I'm saying. So like when these laws and stuff were written, it was a lot different, a lot of different types of weapons, and so like now weapons are totally different, and so like you have to adjust, and this goes for everything, and this is like an ongoing theme. It's going to come up again at some point. But everything in the Constitution, everything in these laws are very outdated, and nobody wants to update them because it would harm what they have going. Like if the gun laws get updated to where like they actually account for the fact that they have AKs and ARs readily available, like okay, well maybe we need to adjust some things, but don't nobody want to adjust nothing. So we're just gonna keep these outdated laws forever until somebody gets hurt, until it just gets completely out of hand.
Yeah, like I say, it's like I say, us moving on and stuff like that, but it's like stuff getting crazy. Like, you know what I'm saying, another part of news is going on tonight. A lot of people are looking at like the governor race in Virginia that's going on tonight. Because the Republican Ed Gillespie that's running for governor, he's put out campaign ads against the Democrat. I don't know his first name, Northam. Like different kind of ads talking about immigration, MS-13s, all these negative ads talking about and the Democrat that's running is a veteran.
Yeah.
They talking like how and Trump then made robocalls about him, talking about he's not big on veteran rights and stuff like that. And like, the dude's a veteran, what are you talking about?
Wow.
Right. And just all this other stuff with it, because the dude Gillespie is like for gerrymandering, for, you know what I'm saying, big penalties for felonies and stuff like that. So this race kind of showed how the post-Trump era elections would go. If the Republican won, then we're kind of screwed, because we're screwed in a lot of different ways. We're screwed because it showed that even Trump's bad disapproval ratings really mean nothing. And
the Republicans can continue.
They can continue to control. Yeah. It also means that the rule is after, I think, 34 governors control a certain party or whatever, they can vote to rewrite certain things in the Constitution. And if they was to win tonight, there'll be 33 Republican governors in the state. So all they would need is one more to rewrite certain amendments to the Constitution.
So
we're gonna be back.
They can put us back in slavery if they really want them to. They can write that.
I mean, that ain't gonna happen, but it's just gonna be some dress. I feel like if some major moves don't get made real soon, and the funny thing is, like you said, we're trying to see what's going on past this Trump era, because everybody's thinking, oh, well, Trump's so terrible, Republicans ain't gonna win nothing else after this. But if they still winning, then we kind of in trouble, like in the country.
Well, like in Virginia, like the guy was losing big time, but he he closed the race. Ed Gillespie closed the race because he made certain ads focus at the guy talking about they trying to take your guns, or the monuments, the Civil War monuments. They're trying to take your monuments down and kill your heritage, whatever.
They don't like that.
And that plays to they have the
because they don't want to be forgotten at all. This is
this is their country.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? They want their legacies to be, you know what I'm saying?
It doesn't even matter if it's like was about very racist.
I say, looking at it right now, like I said, we're doing this on Tuesday, and the Democrat Northam is winning with 99% of the precincts reported, 53 to 45%. So
he should be all right. Yeah,
we gonna pray. No, don't. Hey.
Well, I'm saying, like, if this percentage holds, like I say, 53 to 45, they had them projected like winning by like +1, +2 points, whatever. Yeah. But now, you know what I'm saying, for this kind of range, whatever, it kind of shows, because they had people on the news today, like one woman voted, she's like, I've been Republican for all my life, and I'm voting for the Democrat because we need somebody that's going to stand up to Trump.
Yeah. Thank God.
That's what we're hoping for.
You don't hear a lot of that. Like if I tell you my Facebook ain't like that, that's what I'm saying. It seems like it's not like that, but I feel like as these elections come up,
after Trump, all these elections, if we can start seeing some changes where people are like, okay, we need to do something so that we don't have this get any worse, because it can get worse. I saw I saw a sign earlier, like, if you've learned anything from the last election, it can definitely get worse.
Yes.
So, like, please vote, because it can get worse.
Don't sit back and pray about it. You know what I'm saying? I seen somebody put that today too, talking about, I'm not about to vote, whatever, because my votes don't count, whatever. It's in God's hands with this and that.
No.
And that goes, like I say, to the argument of God puts certain people in positions to do certain things, and to just negligently just be like, well, I'm not going to do this or that because I don't affect nothing. You don't know who God put in place to make certain things happen.
Right.
So you got to get out there and vote. All right, so we're going to kind of wind this thing down a little bit, man. About an hour and a half. Woosah. Because that was heavy. That whole mass shooting thing is real heavy, dog. And it's just crazy that things like this continue to happen. And I hope and pray that everybody votes and gets out and does what they can to, combat things like this. Talk to your senator, talk to your representatives.
Yeah, talk to your senator, your representative, your mayors, your judges. Like, going back to what we talked about earlier, into the Meek Mill thing. Talk to, saying Meek Mill is going down because a judge basically made his own decision, despite the DA, to go ahead and sentence 2 to 4 years. Yeah. If you have a problem about it, you wearing a free Meek Mill shirt, you need to go and vote for understand who is the local sheriff in your city or your town. Yeah. Who is the DA? Who is your sitting judges? Because these people make the decisions that affect your life, your everyday life.
Yeah, even though I don't disagree with Meek Mill getting locked up, I still say
free Meek Mill.
Yeah, but I'm saying if you want him, if you think he should have been maybe got 3 months, 6 months, whatever case may be,
no jail time.
Yeah, no jail time. That goes to your judges.
It's gonna be cold tomorrow.
That's why I'm sick.
No, but anywho, so we're gonna move on to the woo-saw moment to kind of wind things down for today.
Y'all thought I was finished?
That's why you gonna come out of jail saying?
Yeah. What? Yeah, we're gonna jam that.
Rick Ross gonna have a new person in his spot and shit.
Rhyme like this and I don't know the words like that, but anyway.
Because he mama have damn raps anyway.
He be moving all fast and shit.
By that time, I be, oh girl, liquor kicking in. Okay.
You stop drinking.
I know, I said that.
All right, so bring it down, woosah. All right, so anyway, so our woosah moment for this week is it's just gonna be basically about positive reinforcement, because with all the negative things going on in the world, at work, in relationships, all of that. Like, people, even if you're not in a relationship, just people you deal with, your friendships. Like, a lot of times we focus a lot on negative things, and we argue with people. We arguing at work, sending them ugly emails that you trying to make sound good so that you can stay professional but say what you got to say. Yeah,
I don't do that no more.
I know you do it.
They tell everybody.
But one of the things that I want people to kind of focus on is kind of just start being like more positive. Like, and it's going to take some accountability. So if you're doing it with like your friends, your significant other, a coworker that you disagree with a lot, whatever.
Your fake boyfriend.
You got a fake boyfriend?
I do.
I bet. All right. So anyway.
I bet.
Yeah, I bet. So if you doing it with anybody, it's good to have that person hold you accountable or hold yourself accountable.
What would you say? I just got a question. What would you say to a coworker you don't like? Like, it's show on my face. Don't like. I don't care if she listens. You don't like.
I mean, you have
something
to find.
Nice.
You have to find. You don't have to be like. You ain't gotta say like, "Damn, your hair look nice." If her hair don't look nice,
I do tell her that though.
Okay, well that's good. That's your positive. That's my
like
point.
Her attitude, man.
Okay, well don't say anything about her attitude. Don't show it on your face. The big thing is to go ahead and start focusing on the positive. Like, okay, so if it's a coworker that you don't like, then for that one day, I want you to keep count of, okay, you don't even have to be more than once, just one time every day. But every day you have to do something to be like, okay, hey,
somebody was coming and say, good morning.
Even if it's just good morning. That's a morning.
I just do that now. I do say good morning to everybody.
Yeah, because you by you saying good morning sets the tone.
Yeah, it sets, for the day. It sets your positive tone.
I feel like, no. Let me tell you why. Because once I start being nice, it just opens up to, hey, Ashley, you did this wrong. When I come in there and don't speak, they scared to talk to me.
Well, I mean, you can't really just be mean to them either.
Anyway, we're going to be positive, y'all.
Yeah, we're going to be positive. All right. So anyway, Anyway, so let's say if it's a coworker, it don't have to be that you say good morning to them every morning. It could just be like, if something stands out to you, or like they even make a good comment in a meeting or something, then you could be like, after the meeting, be like, hey, what you said about what you call it was really good. And then that's it. That's all the interaction you have to have with them. Mm-hmm. But you keep tracking your mind. Okay, today I did something, or like if it rolls around to the end of the day and you haven't at least spoken to that person, then at least by the end of the day, say something nice or positive to them before you leave. And that's just for like coworkers.
Hey, so even like for your like homeboy, like, hey man, your hair looking nice, even though your barber messed up. No,
don't lie to people.
Okay,
don't lie to people. We're gonna be positive. All right. So the other thing is like, okay, so like if you're in a relationship with somebody, or even if you're dating somebody, talking to them, whatever, a lot of times your arguments are stemmed from the fact that like y'all dwell on negative shit a lot. So like every once in a while, you got to be every day. You should make it a point to be like, I'm gonna say something positive, even if you're mad, especially when you're mad.
Oh, thank you for leaving your dirt drawers on the ground.
Not shady, not sarcastic, not petty. Mm-hmm. But
I'm petty, Betty.
Hey, I mean, it could be as simple as like, hey, you know what? I know we've had our disagreement for today, but I appreciate you being here for me. That's a simple.
You gotta say that sometimes.
Gay. But yeah, I mean,
somebody you did somebody they're like, sensitive man. No.
If somebody told me something like that, I'll be like, chill out. I don't know why. I don't.
That's that. Y'all are feeding that toxic masculinity. And that's the thing is a lot of women don't like. Some people don't feel comfortable.
I don't feel comfortable.
Like you don't like people telling you that they appreciate you. I just really enjoy you being here.
Soft.
See?
I appreciate you being on this show.
Thank you.
Why are you talking like that?
I don't know. He talked like that, so I was trying to say it.
No, I was making sure I was close to the mic to say it.
Okay.
Okay.
I don't like that.
You don't like compliments?
I do like compliments.
I feel like that's a compliment to tell somebody that you appreciate them. Right?
Man, I'm just a fucked up person.
Maybe so. We can work on that though.
Because like that stuff scares me. I mean, it makes me feel like uneasy.
I got you.
Yeah, I mean, and it does for a lot of people. Like it's like
it makes me
dudes,
feel like what you want, nigga.
Right, but it's like a dude telling another dude, "Hey, I love you."
Yeah.
Like, it's going to make you very uncomfortable.
I grew up, we didn't say that. So my brother says it now, and I'd be like, oh, I love you too. But my niece, I can tell her all that. But he says it, I'd be like,
yeah, it don't feel
love
right.
You too. But I do love him. Love him to death. But it feels funny.
And the thing is, that's why I say it's so important to start doing it. Because...
yeah, he told me that.
After a while, you get used to it.
I don't know.
But it's going to take a long time, especially...
I can see. I don't say it a lot.
I mean, so like me and my little brother, like we say I love you now. And we didn't for... over 20 years. So, like...
yeah, I didn't grow up like that.
So, like, just in the past few years...
love me, though.
I know, we show it. But, like, saying it adds another level to verbalize it. Verbalizing it makes it different. Like
my niece says it all the time.
Yeah, but, like, to people that you don't normally say it. So part of our woosah is to take those positive things and say them to people. I'm just going to tell
people all tomorrow I love them.
Don't just say
yeah, because you don't mean that. Because you don't mean that at all.
You can tell people that you appreciate them.
I appreciate them, but most
she
no.
Lying too.
I'm just gonna be like your hair.
Don't lie to people either, though.
Girl, where you get them from?
No, don't lie to people either. They're just all you gotta do is.
I'm just gonna say hey, because most of them hoes.
Hey, if you don't have something nice, don't say nothing at all. How about that?
Be quiet.
Yeah, be quiet.
Yeah, if you ain't got nothing nice to say, don't say nothing at all.
I say stuff that's nice all the time. If I like it, I'm gonna tell you I like it.
Okay, well that's what's important. Make sure that even if it makes you uncomfortable, if it's something that you really feel, if you really feel like you want to tell somebody that you appreciate them, if you really want to tell somebody you love them, say it. Tell somebody you miss them.
I'm calling my ex tonight and be like, I love you, boy.
Are you gonna mean it?
Not at all.
Well, then that don't make no sense.
Yeah.
We talking about real feelings, not shit you making up.
Okay.
You talking about those real feelings make you do that uncomfortable laugh that you do.
Right. That's not funny. I'll be uncomfortable. Like, all right.
Yeah, I want you to feel uncomfortable with positivity.
But it feels weird. It just feels weird.
That's what we're working on.
And it should feel weird.
It should, because you're not used to it.
Yeah. So you need to hear more of it to get by that.
Yeah. You have to get over it, and the best way to get over it is to infuse yourself with it.
Because the more somebody compliments you and it stops feeling weird, the negative stuff that you used to should feel weird to you.
Yeah, after a while, you're going to be like, I can't believe, like, you don't feel the positivity, and it feels funny when you don't get any positivity now, because now you've been so used to. But it's going to take a long time, because, you know, we over 30, you know what I'm saying? So, like, once you get
a lot of people in positive episodes.
Oh my God, they're not.
But I'm saying, but like, you've been 30 years of like, almost like 30 years of not doing this kind of stuff.
But I like giving people compliments and stuff. I do it really.
Okay, well, keep it up. And then,
but it's like coming back. Oh yeah. I remember somebody.
You just don't like to receive compliments.
It's not all. I don't not accept it.
That's what you need to work on.
They'll be like, oh, okay, you don't have to do that. Like, it's like, oh, okay.
Yeah, don't say it back. Like, you'll say it to somebody, but you don't want them saying it.
Yeah, some niggas don't know how to compliment you. Telling me you got a big butt ain't no compliment.
Yeah, that's different.
Yeah.
He's sexualizing.
Yeah, that's sexual harassment.
Yeah. Tell that nigga he was sex harassment. You lucky. Sex harassment.
All right. So we're gonna go ahead and wrap it up in there now.
Y'all compliment people out there.
Yeah, compliment people.
Give positivity.
Positivity. Don't be insecure about your salary. Do what you do. Make sure you take care of your money. We did have like a money episode one day just talking about money.
Yeah.
But yeah, so.
Yeah, but be mindful of your presentation.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Of yourself to people.
Yeah.
Build your confidence up.
Build your confidence. Be secure in everything that you do and be positive.
Yeah.
All right. Reach out to us on the email.
Have to encourage.
Ashley.
Just
finish. Just finish over the moon music. Just finish.
Am I supposed to be talking over?
Like background? Yeah, go ahead.
That's my jam.
Anywho, so the email is what's the remedy podcast at gmail.com. Hit us on Twitter at what's the remedy. You can listen to it on iTunes, SoundCloud, Google Play, YouTube. And that's about it. Next week we may or may not have an episode, but we'll let y'all know. We'll have something out there though.
Yeah, we're gonna say something will be up, so just make sure you check the YouTube for sure.
Check with us. We'll be keeping in touch throughout the week next week though.
Y'all be good out there and love one another.
Alright then.
Eat healthy.
Man,
Mama said you better be home. When them street lights on. Hey, when the street lights on. Hey, when the street lights on. They ain't doing nothing but wrong. When them street lights on. Hey, when the street lights on. Cause when the street lights on.